Think of a Mitsubishi Outlander SUV and you tend to think of plug-in hybrid power. This brand also, though, offers a conventional 2-litre 150 PS petrol version, which is much more affordable and will be a better bet if you regularly tow or drive off-road. Plus, it gives you the third seating row that PHEV variant buyers can't have, and it undercuts most of its D-segment SUV rivals on price. For sure, you get old-school virtues here, but there's certainly still a place for this Mitsubishi in this form. If you're of the opinion that many family SUVs have just become estate cars with a little more ground clearance and a largely redundant all-wheel drive system, you might well like the conventional 2-litre 150 PS petrol-powered version of this Outlander. Despite its modern styling, there's something quite old school in the way that it drives, and I mean that as a compliment. Set off down the road and the feeling that you get is that of being in a proper SUV rather than some sort of ineffectual crossover vehicle. You sense the meatiness of the steering and the gutsiness of the 2-litre petrol engine and realise that this is a vehicle you'll be able to rely on, a car that'll work with you, even in a tight spot. 62 miles an hour from rest in this entry-level Outlander model occupies 13.3 seconds en route to a maximum of 118 miles an hour. And there's 195 newton meters of torque, enough pulling power to facilitate a 2-ton braked towing capacity that's half a ton more than the alternative hybrid derivative can manage. Like the PHEV, this 2-litre petrol variant can only be had with an automatic gearbox, but it's a very different one, a more conventional Invex 2 transmission that's tuned to help with towing and off-roading. There are 3 driving modes provided. 4-wheel drive eco is a setting that you'll need to get anywhere near the quoted fuel returns, 37.7 miles to the gallon on the combined cycle and 171 grams per kilometre of CO2. Here, the car is powered through the front wheels nearly all the time, only sending drive to the rear when a loss of traction is sensed. There might not be too many occasions when you'd bother to switch to the second 4x4 setting, 4-wheel drive auto, a mode which duplicates much of the same functionality but operates the car less economically. Finally, there's a 4-wheel drive lock mode that you'll only need if your Outlander ends up somewhere that you really shouldn't have ventured with it in the first place. This isn't an SUV you'd buy to make a driveway statement, but in its own way, it's a smartly functional bit of automotive technology. The key updates apply here at the front, which gets a redesigned grille, this restyled bumper extension and smarter fog lamp bezels. Plusher models like this one that feature full LED headlights get them with a more stylish so-called technical look finish. Time to take a seat behind the wheel. Now, Mitsubishi upgraded the cabin of this car quite a bit as part of changes made to this model back in 2016, which hasn't left much scope for many further changes that could be made to this 2019 model year car without a complete cabin redesign. This improved model does get a restyled instrument cluster, and the front seats have been recontoured to give more lateral cornering support. The brand has standardised its SDA smartphone link display audio system, which gives you a 7-inch high-definition centre dashboard colour infotainment screen framed in a gloss black panel above the climate control switchgear. From here you access the usual navigation, DAB audio, media and Bluetooth phone features. Time to take a seat in the second row. There's reasonable space back here for 2 adults or 3 at a squash, with the third person's cause aided by the way that the central transmission tunnel has been kept usefully low. Just above, this model now gets twin vents, a surprising omission from previous versions. On this PHEV derivative, you can't slide this back bench forward and backwards in the way that you can on the alternative petrol variant. That's because of the battery pack situated beneath the seat. Here in this 5-seat only PHEV version, there's 731 litres of space. That's only 50 litres less than you get in the ordinary petrol version with the luggage area chairs folded. If you need more space, then folding the second row backrest frees up 1.85 metres of floor length. If you were to load up to the headlining, you'd have up to 1,472 litres of space in this PHEV variant. That's pretty close to the 1,608 litre total that you'd get from the conventional petrol model. Sales of this third-generation Outlander design have primarily been focused on this car in its PHEV guise, but in its final few years of production, the more conventional petrol version may well grow in significance. Whatever your choice of powertrain, there's no doubt that this strong-selling Mitsubishi still has something to offer to family buyers in the tightly fought SUV D segment. Other family SUV rivals may be able to offer more power, sharper handling and fancier cabins, but they struggle to match many aspects of this Mitsubishi's all-round ownership proposition. It's a thoughtful buyer's choice, and we can see why you might make it.